Hello, everybody. Nothing like a technical hitch to start the show, but here I am behind an orange screen. And welcome to Sheffield United versus Middlesbrough on the watch along tonight. A chance for Sheffield United potentially. They go to 67 points. They could move 6 points ahead of Burnley, depending on what they do tonight. But they're really going to want to move to within 2 points of Leeds United, who are going like an absolute bloody train at the moment. They won 4-0 at Watford last night. They're on 69. So whichever way the Blades are looking, they're going to be hope to either be catching up on Leeds or moving away from Burnley, whichever one kind of suits best. Other way around, they need a win. Middlesbrough in 7th can go up to 5th with a win tonight. Obviously, depends what else is going on in the EFL Championship. Welcome, everybody. Let us know if you're here. Say hello in the comments. We've only got 20 minutes time before we kick this one off, so we'll move fairly quickly. There are your fixtures tonight. It's Bristol City versus Stoke. Bristol City in 10th versus Stoke in 19th. Burnley, who we already mentioned, versus Hull. Burnley very much in the same boat as Sheffield United. They want to put pressure or cling on to the coattails of Leeds and Sheffield United. Could we get everybody winning? We will see. It's Plymouth versus Millwall. Plymouth off the back of their heroic FA Cup win against Liverpool. Millwall in decent form themselves. 3 straight wins, and that cup win at Leeds as well for the Lions. Sunderland versus Luton is a rerun of the 22-23 playoff semi-final. I can never remember my season dates, but Sunderland need to keep in touch. They are currently 10 points behind Leeds going into today. They would love to win. Just keep in touch in that title race, that automatic promotion race. Luton all the way down the bottom, but we still think they have a decent squad. Swansea versus Sheffield Wednesday. Swansea in 17th. Sheffield Wednesday could be level on points with 6th place Blackburn, but there's plenty of traffic in the way. Sheffield United Boro is our game, and West Brom versus Blackburn is massive, and it's massive for Middlesbrough. It's 5th versus 6th. Obviously, Middlesbrough in 7th, so they're guaranteed that one of the teams, at least above them, will be dropping points tonight. And we know John Eustace is not taking Blackburn tonight. He's discussing terms with Derby. That looks like it is getting ever closer. I'm going to say some hellos. Going to read some comments in a minute. First of all, let's just do ourselves a like spike, if you would indulge me. If you're watching right now, hit that thumbs up button. We'll see if we can get to 50 likes as soon as we can in this video. You've got 11 seconds. Let's go. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Guys, thank you for all of your support. I think we're up to 27 likes, it says on there. It'll probably go up now after the like spike. Let's see if we can get it to 50 for this one. Let's say some hellos in the chat to Gigi, Kieran, Nipper, Liam always gives me a derby. The Cameron Archer derby. This one's a Chris Wilder derby as well. Michael Carrick took over from Chris Wilder, didn't he? Gizmo, welcome. Oh, yes, of course. Everton and Liverpool playing in the Premier League tonight. Have they already kicked off? Was that at 7:30? I'm thinking 7:30 for some reason. I could be wrong about that. Simon, welcome. Who else am I saying hello to? Dave, legend. Ian. Neil, did we say hello to Neil? Yes, we have now. Whale Shark, welcome. Graham. Who else do I need to say hello to? Ashley, legend. Channel members here. You love to see it. Who else we got? Charlie in here. Jamie says 8 o'clock. I assume he's talking about the Merseyside derby. And Bobby Barbados, welcome. Cara is a legend. Welcome, my dear. And she always throws in a super chat there, doesn't she? You're absolute bloody hero, Cara. Yorkshire derby up the borough. £5 on the super chat. Thank you so much indeed. David, welcome to you. Everton winning. Are they really? Well, how about that? There you go. I've been prepping for this. Everton in front. Keep me posted if you're. Is that one on TNT or something? Let me know if you're across that one. I'm sure some of you will be. Big game. Looks like all the 7:45s have all got themselves kicked off, and we are just now looking for. Well, remember this game. West Brom also kick off at 8 p.m. They're like Reading, aren't they? Another club that always, for whatever reasons, trains, roads, planes, automobiles, always kick off at 8 p.m. Right, should we have a look at the team news? Let me know your thoughts. Normal question to you. Who are your match winners out of this lot, and who you're looking forward to seeing play? Here's your lineups. Sensationally in the Premier League, it's actually 1-1 now. Beto 11, McAllister 16, and they've only played 17. So it's all going off in the Premier League. Let's hope we get as much goal action as they are getting up in the big league tonight. We got 7 games, so we'll surely outdo them. There are your teams for tonight. Sheffield United, we've done loads of times on the watch-alongs. They've been Sky's pick many times, and we follow whoever Sky are picking. Mike Cooper in goal. Someone will tell me in the chat how many clean sheets he's got. Absolutely brilliant. Harry Clark on loan from Ipswich at right back. Harrison Boro stepping up from Peterborough. Peterborough actually seriously going to get relegated from League One. They are struggling badly. Check out the League One predictions with Matt SB over on his channel featuring my good self. Robinson still doing a turn at centre-back with Anel Ahmed Hodzic. In central midfield, Vinny Souza, who's been superb every time I've seen him this season. Great defensive central midfielder. Siddy Peck is in there. He's a youngster. They probably wanted the youngster in there to be Ollie Arblaster, but he's out for the season. Peck doing a decent job in reserve there. There is Raksaki, who I think got the winner against Pompey at the weekend. A game which Chris Wilder very kind of honestly admitted that Pompey probably should have won, but Sheffield United got the job done, didn't they? Never a bad thing when you should have lost and you actually won. You'd rather it the other way round or that than the other way round, although some people would argue differently. Trust the process and all that. O'Hare and Harmer are the excellent 3 off the front, and the excellent Cannon up top in the number 9 position. He's the guy that the owners, the new owners at Sheffield United, have brought in to do the business, to score the goals, to make the difference. I think Burnley have taken the lead, according to FootMob over here. Burnley have just overtaken Sheffield United. There's already movement in the table before Sheffield United have even kicked the ball. It is Burnley 1, Hull 0 in the EFL Championship. We've had a Burnley goal within 4 minutes, and we know they're not going to concede any. That currently puts Burnley to 64 points. They go above Sheffield United on goal difference. Remember, the second that Sheffield United kick off, we're going to add a point onto them, and they are going to retake second. But pressure on Sheffield United. Leeds won yesterday. Burnley have already taken the lead. Problematic for Hull, who dropped down into the bottom 3 on the basis of that goal, moving their goal difference by a single goal. Let's get back to the lineups. Let me just bash through the bench for Sheffield United. Normal questions. Who are your match winners? Who are you looking forward to see? Davies, Faxon, Chowdhury, Holding, McCallum, Brooks, Diaz, Brewster, Campbell on the bench for the Blades. That squad looks a lot more healthy than it did before the January window, not only because of the signings, but, you know, some players back from injury now. Here is your Middlesbrough team. There is Travers in goal, Ayling and Giles. Giles returning back to Middlesbrough, where he did such a great job in the 21, 22, can't remember my years, 22, 23, 22, 23 season. Vandenberg and Edmondson are the centre-backs, with Morris and Hackney the central midfielders. We have new faces in the front 4 for Boro. Bergzog and Azaz aren't them. But Illing Jr., who is on loan from Villa, isn't he? He is in. I think we saw him come off the bench, didn't we? We had this last time. Is it Juventus or Villa? I can't remember. There's no sign of Villa at all on there. Maybe it is Juventus. There you go. Always get confused with him. Anyway, he's playing. He's starting in this game. And up top, Kelechi Iheanacho, who's replaced Emmanuel Latte-Lath for Boro. He is starting in the number 9 position. It's Plymouth 1, Millwall 0 as well. I'm sure the chat's lighting up with that. We'll get into the chat in a minute. Plymouth will be level on points with Luton if everything stays as it is. If Luton draw. If Luton were to lose and Plymouth were to win tonight, Luton, a U1 parachute team, will be bottom of the table after 31 rounds. Unbelievable. The bench for the Borough: Glover, Fry, Borges, Barlasser, McCabe, Dede, Force, Whittaker, and Conway. Shall we go to some comments before we go to predictions? Let's scroll up and see what we have got. Lots of people telling me about that equalising goal. Mitch, don't understand why Fry isn't starting ahead of Edmondson. Yeah, he is on the bench, Dale Fry. Edmondson. Carrick obviously likes him. I'm a Broad fan tonight. You're abroad as a fan, or are you a Broad fan? We'll figure it out. Richie, come on, Borough. Let us know who you are backing tonight. I think we're going to see the Burnley goal here. It's over on the left wing. Foster, I think, knocked inside. It's a low margin, low XG shot there, drilled in from the edge of the box. Who is that? Josh Laurent put it in? No. Bashir Humphries, I think with the right foot. Actually, the left back. Fair play to him. I think he's the goal scorer. Correct me if I'm wrong in that. What else have we got? Who else am I saying hello to? Dancing Penguin there. Welcome to you. Gray Clevinger. New to the world of VFL and Premier League football when promotion happens. They're typically an overhaul of the rosters in the promoted teams. Yes, massively. I support one of them. And yes, there is a chasm in money and squads. Good question, though. A couple more comments here. Ray, have a good game, everyone. Oh, he's off. See you later. What else have we got in the chat? Should we just say hello to MR96? We'll say hello to Jay as well. Should be great. Look at Jay, a member for 17 months. What wonderful support. Thank you so much. Blake, I'm subscribed. We appreciate the hell out of all of you subscribing. Are you ready, you lot, for some predictions? We're going to put the stinger up. It's going to run for about 24 seconds. And I need you. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to be clever. You don't need to be funny. None of the above. All you need to do is predict the scoreline in this one. Let us know what you think. Honest. Use this, not this. We know you will support other teams and you might want a certain result to benefit your other teams. Not really interested in that. You may as well say, I want so-and-so to lose because I support other team. I'd rather you just told me what you actually thought was going to happen. So just stick Sheffield United something, Middlesbrough, and give us the score you think it is going to be. Some footage of Chris Boyd scoring for Middlesbrough there. He's in the Sky Studio, along with the GOAT, Neil Warnock, Chris Uolumo as well. Let's get your predictions in now. I'm procrastinating. There you go. You've got plenty of time. Here's 24 seconds. Go. Well, how about this at the bottom? Plymouth 2, Millwall 0. Ryan Hardy with a penalty to make it 2. Joe Bryan own goal on 6 minutes. Millwall have been in form. Plymouth at the bottom of the table. They are going to move off the table if potentially we get a goal against Luton. If Sunderland score, Luton will be bottom of the table at round 31. Incredible how badly it's gone for Luton this season. Right. Shall we have some predictions in here? Let's start here. Ian, 2-0 Blades. John, 2-1 Blades. Need more cowbell. Always need more cowbell. 1-1. David. Andy, 1-1 Blades. 2-0 Boro. 3-0 Blades. 2-1 Blades. Stephen, 1-2 Boro. Blades, 2-1. Boro, 2-1. 1-1, 2-1 Boro. 4-3. Well, there you go. 1-1 or 2-1. We're hedging our bets here. 2-1 Sheffield. Make sure you call them United. They get cross if you don't. Sheffield United 3-2, Dave. A penalty for each side. I'll take it. That's worth a bonus point, mate, on the predictions. Let's hack through these. 2-1 Boro. 5-1 Boro, says Blake, with a Middlesbrough badge as his profile picture. I feel my words for balanced, non-biased predictions fall on deaf ears, but hey, free speech ahoy. You can say what you like. I can't make you think the same way I do, hey. 3-2 Blades, 1-2 Boro, 2-3 Boro, 0-2 Boro, 2-1 Boro, 2-1 Boro, 1-1, 1-1, 3-1 Boro. What else have we got? 2-1 Boro. We got a Bristol City goal, is someone telling me in the chat. We do have a Bristol City. There's loads of goals early on. Bristol City 1, Stoke 0. Ties Bristol City with Blackburn in 6th position as things stand. Have we got the Sunderland goal? We have. Does that put Luton bottom? It should do, shouldn't it? As soon as my foot mob updates, not that I'm taking any great delight in that from my neck of the woods, but yes, there they go. Luton Town, as things stand, incredibly bottom of the EFL Championship. How about that? Did I put everybody's predictions up here? We've got Lafay, Enzo, Lafay, yeah, he's Lafay, whatever. Incredible. Luton Town, bottom of the table on 27 points as things stand. Plymouth, 2-0 up. I mean, a Luton goal will change that. That will give them an extra point. But as things stand, Luton are bottom of the table. Mark, there you go. That will be from our last prediction there. Sheffield United 2, Middlesbrough 1. I can't remember. I think I went for the Blades. I think I might have gone 2-0 Blades on the prediction show with Sam. Right. We're about to get going in this one. So, shall we just do a like spike before we begin? And I can set up the clock and everything. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button as we're about to get in to Sheffield United versus Middlesbrough. Right, we are about to kick off at lovely downtown Bramall Lane in the EFL Championship. They're both wearing stripes. I thought, if you look at my thumbnail, I thought Boro might wear their kind of aqua blue third choice shirt tonight, but alas, no. And we are off. It is Sheffield United versus Middlesbrough. We should be able to get you a clock any second now. If I actually hit the correct buttons on here. There you go. Right, I'm going to move my gaze in this direction. I'm going to stick the banner on the screen. And, yeah, a bit of pressure on Sheffield United. We now have Sunderland winning against Luton to potentially send Luton bottom of the table. Imagine that. We also have Burnley winning. Who are Burnley playing? They're playing Hull. And Leeds won last night. So, at the moment, all of the top four in terms of Sheffield United's rivals are heading for or have already got the win. It is a lightning pace up the top of the table. First little breakaway attack here for Middlesbrough. Nice hold by Bergzog. Bergzog carry helped on by Hackney. Inacho drills the shot in. It's blocked out and hoofed away for a throw-in. It's the first action for Inacho. Hasn't played for Middlesbrough yet, has he? I don't think he has. And throw in for Boro, high up on the left-hand side. Giles takes it and it's back into centre half. Edmondson, Vandenberg, all Middlesbrough in the first 105 seconds of this game. Clark heads that one out. It's going to be another Boro throw in. Celtic 1-0 after 30 seconds, ruled out for offside. That's annoying for a couple of reasons. My SBK betting tip had Celtic first goal in that one. Bayern Munich have gone behind, by the way, in all of their away Champions League games this season. That's the rationale there. 7 EFL Championship games tonight. By the way, goals. 5 goals already in 4 of the games. Bristol City 1, Stoke 0. Burnley 1, Hull 0. Plymouth 2, Millwall 0. Sunderland 1, Luton 0. The scores as they stand put Luton bottom of the table. Don't know why that says 1-0 to Sheffield United. It's clearly not. There we go. We'll change that back. Fake news. Typo news. Bergzog carries it forward. I think Peck's really unlucky to get whistled for that. I think he had a hand on his back. Did he really shove him? Did he? I need to see a replay of that. Let's have a look. Bergzog moves away. He's got 2 hands on his back. Didn't need to do that, did he? Maybe I changed my mind. Referee Donahue tonight. He gives the foul against City Peck. Although Middlesbrough can do nothing with the possession. There's a quick throwing down the line to Cannon, which does get Sheffield United up the pitch somewhat. It's going to be a long throw-in for Sheffield United. Robinson's going to hurl it in, is he? In it comes. Headed goalwards from a standing position. I think it was possibly O'Hare. Would have been very tough to score from there. Big goal kick down the ground. It's going to go all the way through to Mike Cooper. As things stand, Leeds 69, Sheffield United 65, Burnley 64, Sunderland 62. That makes it look like Leeds out in front on their own and 3 teams battling for 1 automatic place. That will change. That will probably change even in the course of the next hour and a half. The ball is back home with Mike Cooper. Sheffield United haven't managed to settle into the game just yet. Really interesting one tonight, guys. West Brom versus Blackburn. Absolutely fascinating with all that's going on at Blackburn. And John Eustace looks like he'll be Derby manager by the weekend. How is that all going to play out? Oh, through it goes. Onside Raksaki. Huge chance. He's drilled it. And the keeper gets down to his right, Travers, and makes the save. We're all looking for the offside flag to go up. And it didn't, did it? Through it goes. No, it's a good call. He was onside. It's just nicely played by O'Hare. Little flick. Great ball through. They're sleeping. And a good chance. He just kicks that into the ground, doesn't he? It's not a clean strike by Jess Raksaki. But a good chance there. Sheffield United cutting through Boro with their first attack of the game. Forward goes Burrows. His shot blocked. Sheffield United waking up. Souza. Not back from the wide right position into Peck. Burrows. Souza. Oh, well worked into the box is Burrows. He tries to put the cross in, and Sheffield United go from not having the ball for the first 5 minutes to making 3 attempts on goal in the next 90 seconds. Burnley 2-0 up. Goodness me. Sounds like Burnley have got a second. And it really is that point in the season where everyone in the automatic race is just winning. Corner goes in. Oh, punched off the line by Travers. Wow. Be interesting to see the replay, see how close that one was. No goal line tech. Buzzing on referee Donohue's arm, but the corner was whipped in right under the crossbar and it was punched away. Fleming apparently has scored a second for Burnley. Sounds like it's Burnley 2, Hull 0. Burnley a 2-goal cushion now to confirm they will go on to 64 points. They'll still be 5 behind Leeds. But, well, were Middlesbrough to score, Burnley would go above them in the league table. As in above Sheffield United. You know what I meant. Raksaki down the right into the box. Tackle goes in. Raksaki's still got the ball though. Raksaki give and go. O'Hare is onside. Clark crossing position. Clark floats it in. Ayling deals with it. He didn't really need to head that out for a corner, but he was not to know. How was I to know? It was Hamer who put the corner in. God, that is close, isn't it? I wonder if they've got the aerial shot of that. This would be a great shot. Oh, it's a good save, isn't it? He is literally on the line there, punching that away, Mark Travers. Gus Harmer nearly sticking that in for what a great bit of goalkeeping that was. In it goes again, and he's caught it again. Or gathered it rather. Here come Middlesbrough then. They've weathered a really good period. Minutes 5 to 9 for Sheffield United were excellent, weren't they? Not only did they have the ball in the territory, but they made chances, didn't they? Really good little spell for the Blades. It's confirmation on my iPad here. Slower than all you've got it. The Burnley are indeed 2-0 up. So unless we get a big fight back by Burnley, then Sheffield United know that their 2 nearest opponents are both going to win. And the next nearest one below them, Sunderland, are also leading 1-0 against Luton. Enzo Lefebvre, who's going to be a big crowd favourite up at Sunderland, is the goal scorer. And down at the bottom of the table, that goal has put Luton bottom. Incredible. Race for the championship is heating up. I've got food on the brain. Up the clarets, Kevin. Leeds and Burnley for automatics. Not quite in there yet. If Middlesbrough score, that will be the top 2, though. Although on the basis of the last 5 minutes, Sheffield United are going to score first in this game, but it can ebb and it can flow. Here's Harmer. Lovely outside of the right foot pass. Peck into the box. Peck. Burrows crosses blocked. Sheffield United dominant for the last 6 minutes or so. It's going to be another corner. Remember, the closest anyone has come to scoring in this game was from a corner directly flung under the crossbar and spectacularly punched away by Travers. Harmer doesn't take this one. Raksaki takes it short to Harmer, who's on the corner of the box. Knocks it across to Burrows. Not the greatest use of a corner I've ever seen. I think they're going to have to go back to the keeper. I'm sure that'll be popular in Bramall Lane, having a corner and within 3 passes back with your own goalkeeper. But hey, they don't all work out, do they? Here is Harmer driving forward again. O'Hare out to Souza. O'Hare is in the box. Souza, O'Hare on the corner. This is really good from Sheffield United this past 7-8 minutes now. Boro swings across in left-footed. No Kiefer Moore in the team to get on the end of those. Cannon can't win the aerial battle with Vandenberg. And Illing Jr. gets the first mention, and it's dreadful from him. He's conceded a really dumb corner there, Illing Jr. Tried to knock it back to Ayling, who was then just going to clear it down the line. Oh, it's gone short the corner. Edge of the box, Raksaki. Yeah, Raksaki's trying to buy a free kick there. That ain't going to work. It's Bergsog on the right wing. And Boro's counter-attack slows down. Zaz tries to pop that through. Bergsog, corner of the box. Here's Ayling. Cross goes in, headed out. Zaz heads it back in, flicked on, looking for Iheanacho. It's going to go through to Cooper. And the Sheffield United keeper is going to clear his lines. Bristol City 1, Stoke 0. Burnley 2, Hull 0. Plymouth 2, Millwall 0. Sunderland 1, Luton 0. Are the scores thus far in the Championship? And Middlesbrough trying to get back into this. And Sheffield United keeping up the momentum. Raksaki drives forward. Cleared their lines, but again, it's back through with Cooper. And genuinely, they just haven't had the ball now for about 8 minutes. Middlesbrough, have they? Here's Harmer, skips by his man. Harmer curls the shot just wide of the post. That one looked like it was heading in the corner. Similar to the goal he scored against Portsmouth at the weekend, where he whipped it from left to right into the far corner. He's a bit further out here. Oh, that's unlucky, isn't it? The keeper's dived. I don't think he's getting that, is he? Quality from Harmer. Cheat code at this level. That's inside the post. Keeper's not getting it, is he? Left Ayling on his backside there. And it's a restart for Middlesbrough, who are up against it. Sheffield United looking to keep pace with Leeds, who won 4-0 last night, with Burnley, who are currently 2-0 up, and Sunderland, who are currently 1-0 up. Oh, that is just turned over in the box, and Vandenberg wins the foul. Cannon thought he'd won it off him fair and square. If he did win it off him fair and square, he was in on goal. It's a bit unlucky, isn't he? Does just tangle feet, and the defender gets the foul. Do you know what? Clips his own feet together, doesn't he? But you're always going to get that free kick. Harmer. O'Hare. Clark. Ahmed Hodzic. Nice little break forward from centre back. He's giving it away. He's left a hole now if Bergsog can get through. But actually, Ahmed Hodzic gets back, pinches it off him. And Sheffield United have it back. And Cooper goes long. Pretty frantic stuff, this, isn't it? High pace from Sheffield United. Chris Wilder's moaning about something to the fourth official. To be honest, most managers do that for the entirety of the game. And the ball again in possession with Sheffield United. It's pinged out to the right wing. Over the head of Harry Clark. Middlesbrough attacked the throw in quickly. If I were them, I'd take it very, very slowly. Try and slow down the Blades' momentum and get on the ball. Lilling Jr. has managed to look after it there. Knocked into the front. Iheanacho tried to knock it off to Lilling Jr. And it's turned over. Harmer's coming through the middle of the pitch. That's surely going to be a foul. Ooh. I thought Ayling got a shove in the back then. Referee Donahue lets that one go. Nice little play through by O'Hare. Yeah, it's a foul, isn't it? He's got away with that one, Harmer. He just shoves Ayling in the back. Ayling's reputation precedes him. Have we got 1-1 Luton? Or has it been disallowed? I'm hearing both things in the chat. Equaliser would obviously take Luton off the bottom of the table. We'll wait for confirmation or confirmation that indeed no goal has been scored. Here comes Raksaki. Raksaki into the box. Nice little feed through. Lovely ball. Harmer puts it across. Nobody in there to finish it off. Excuse me, it was O'Hare that put it across. You're getting to the point now with this where it's been 12 minutes now of dominance, really, from Sheffield United, where you start saying they need to score in this period. Raksaki again into the box. Tries to sort his feet out. They've got it clear. It's total one-way traffic here. Although, here comes a Boro counter-attack. This would be a very against the run of play goal. It's clipped to the back stick as Azaz is no way going to out-jump his old teammate there, Mike Cooper. Toon supporter living in Sheffield. Always good to know if they win for my workmates' temperament. There we go. The temperament of the workmates. Always good to know. O'Hare, who's playing well tonight, isn't he? They're all playing well, actually. The front line for Sheffield United. I think it's been a really good performance by them so far. They do not have a goal yet to show for it. Souza. Harmer, who's swapped over to the right wing. Clark swings a nice looking cross in. Raksaki glances the header. And he's out for a goal kick. Evening, Ben. Kevin, Burnley's goal difference is better than Sunderland's and Sheffield United's, which could be big towards the end. Yeah, it could be. But we shall see if it comes down to goal difference. I can't think in the past few seasons whether it has or not. Iheanacho, Giles, Vandenberg. Sorry, Edmondson to Vandenberg, my bad. Lilling Jr. Middlesbrough, not really close to it yet. Having a little bit of possession, though. Morris. I was going to say the lack of times we've mentioned Morris and Hackney, the two central midfielders, is telling, but we haven't mentioned any of the players. Nice little flick there. Azaz tries to help it on, and Iheanacho can't control it. If he did take control of that, he's heading towards the edge of the box, in between the two centre-halves. That would have been interesting. Nice little reverse ball. I mean, he would have had to have been spot on perfect there with his touch, and he'd have probably had half a second to hit a shot then. But high caliber player in his time, Iheanacho. Capable of scoring from there. Foul on Gus Hama. Sheffield United will try and build a bit more territory. They've been much the better side in this game. But it is still 0-0 as we head towards 22 and a half minutes and a quarter of the way through this game. Pretty entertaining so far. Gavin, Boro can't play the whole game this bad, surely. I know what you're saying, Gavin. I would give Sheffield United credit. They've just taken the game by the scruff of the neck, haven't they? But I agree with you if, Boro aren't in it at the moment. Are they? Free kick, Sheffield United. This is going in the box. Burrow's flat one to the back stick. Souza, easy header up. No one's challenging him there. Headed away. Raksaki keeps it alive. Raksaki on the dribble, tackles himself, but still manages to get it up the line to Souza, to Peck, to Raksaki. Nicely worked. O'Hare knocks it off. Oh, keeper nearly spills it. And it's everything but the goal now, isn't it, for Sheffield United? Really dominant in this one. 5 shots now already. Just haven't made their dominance into a lead yet, have they? But I think Chris Wilder, other than not scoring, will be very much happy with how they've started this game. Travers clears long. Hands the ball back to the Blades. Burrows to Peck, who's going to go home. Is he? Nope. He's going to have to play the channel. Ayling heads it inside onto O'Hare. O'Hare forces it into Peck, and Clark gives it back to Peck. Middlesbrough back in their shape. Whipped into the box from the left by Harmer. Ayling heads it away. And the only thing Boro have really got at the moment is just the odd counter-attack. Sheffield United are putting men forward. They're getting both fullbacks forward. Wingers very wide. Harmer and Raksaki. Obviously, we know about Harmer. He wanders about all over the place, doesn't he? But plenty forward. Morris has been penalised there. Or was it Hackney? Didn't quite see. It's going to be another free kick to the Blades. And it goes looking for Robinson. Robinson jumps, doesn't get anything on it. Ayling versus Souza. Souza completely dominates that duel. Oh, nice ball by Souza to O'Hare. Ayling a little bit angry about Souza's 3 step-overs then. Closes down fast, but it's another corner to Sheffield United. Four corners to 0, 7 shots to 1. Another one from the left wing. In it goes, but referee Donahue has stopped everything. Robinson and Ayling, the 2 captains, the 2 S-houses in there, trying to get an advantage over each other. Corner comes in. Iheanacho heads it out, I think, on the near post, or possibly Ayling Jr. Couldn't quite see. Hackney's been whistled for the second time in a couple of minutes. Just has his arms around Peck. Penalised for the rugby tackle. Normally we see yellow cards for those, don't we? Another chance for Sheffield United to stick the ball in the box. Looks pretty wet and wild in Sheffield. Doesn't make defending set plays like this easy. In it goes from Harmer. It was Zaz who craned his neck to head that one away. Morris knocks that one up the line. Lever in the back by O'Hare on Hackney. No foul. Ooh. Azaz has just left one there on Peck. Someone's going to get booked for Middlesbrough in the next 4 or 5 minutes if they keep just a series of tactical fouls now. All of them on Peck, actually. To be honest, both Hackney and Azaz could have gone in the book for those fouls. I think Donohue's just explaining that to Aylin, that it needs to calm down. Luton at home to Sheffield United Saturday. Not getting any easier for them, no. And as things stand, Luton are losing at Sunderland, whilst Plymouth are 2-0 up against Millwall, which, if everything stays exactly as it is, will put Luton bottom of the table at the end of, it's kind of round 32, but they'll have only both played 31 down the bottom there. It's not the one, is it? Big switch of play onto Harry Clark's head. Entire game is being played in the Boro half now, although they've conceded a free kick there. And Travers is going to take his sweet time. We had a flurry of goals, a McFlurry of goals early in proceedings. We haven't had one for a while now. Bristol City 1, Stoke 0. Burnley 2, Hull 0. Plymouth 2, Millwall 0. Sunderland 1, Luton 0. The kind of headlines from tonight is all of that means everyone in the top four, with Leeds winning last night and Burnley and Sunderland currently winning, everyone in the top four other than Sheffield United are on for 3 points or have already secured 3 points. And down at the bottom, Plymouth, as things stand, are overtaking Luton. And Luton, a year one parachute team. Imagine that. Bottom of the table. Do I think Plymouth could stay up, Mark? I'd need to see a couple more weeks of momentum, but anything's possible, I guess. Who are they overtaking, though? They're going to finish higher than Hull? Derby with John Eustace? I don't know. A couple of swallows don't make a summer, is all I'll say. We need a bit more from Plymouth, but it'd be a great result if they can beat Millwall tonight. Still got to get over the line in that one, though. Long way to go tonight. Although we are coming up half-time, to be fair, in those 7:45 kickoffs. Knocked inside to Bergzog. Bergzog to Iheanacho. Iheanacho bends that one left-footed, and Cooper was not troubled. Tried to swing that in with the left foot, didn't he? A danger to the lady sitting on the front row behind the goal there, rather than to Mike Cooper in the goal. Edmondson, nice ball into the front there. Poor touch by Iheanacho. We'll give him the conditions into that. Oh, crashing tackle there. I think it was Edmondson again. Took everything and everybody out then. No foul. Illing Jr. down the right. Oh, it's poor. Plays it behind Ayling. Ayling's left a big hole now if Harmer can sprint into it. And Ayling ain't catching him, is he? Harmer drives forward. Brilliant ball through by Harmer. O'Hare's in on goal. Great defending, but the follow-up is put in to the back of the net by Jess Raksaki. It looked like they dealt with it, but they didn't at the back. And Sheffield United have the lead. You would have to say, on the basis of the first half hour, they deserved the lead. But that is a defensive error when it looked like they'd done the necessary. Raksaki is the scorer. Sheffield United 1, Middlesbrough 0. It's just a terrible goal from the point of view of Middlesbrough. That who is it who goes through there to stop it? It's Ryan Giles on the cover. O'Hare's going to try and gather it. Giles goes in to pinch it off him, and he kind of gets in the way, takes the keeper out with him, and then it's easily available for Raksaki. What you've got to remember is before that happened, it was a decent-looking Boro attack, and Illing Jr. just plays it behind Ayling. Actually, wasn't Ayling's fault, but in a foot race, Ayling ain't catching Harmer at this stage in his career. So 2 mistakes, costly mistakes, into the bargain there from Middlesbrough. Although what I will say is Sheffield United have been by far the better side, haven't they? They deserve to be in front. Little bit of help, but, you know, that's not to say that it hasn't been a decent performance from Sheffield United, even though it's a bit of a crappy goal from a Middlesbrough point of view. Although here comes Hackney up the other end. O'Hare takes it off him, give and go. And here we go again. Sheffield United. Harmer this time is stopped by Ayling. And it's all speeding up now. Ayling, Middlesbrough don't want to get too emotional here and chase this. They will concede again. We're going to get a yellow card now. Hayden Hackney, bit of frustration there, throws himself in. Just a bit late, I think. Was it on Peck? That's been coming, to be fair, a yellow card. Or was it Azaz? Forgive me, it was Azaz. Azaz is saying he slipped. He threw himself in, though. And Azaz, remember, 5 minutes ago, left one on Peck, didn't he? So that one had definitely been coming. I said a Middlesbrough player would get booked in the next 5 minutes. Probably took 10. Let's see some comments here. What do we got here? We'll say hi to Kelly, who's just appeared down in the chat there. Not watching the match, but I wanted to say hi. You are very welcome, Kelly. $10 on the super chat. Great to have you here. What do you make of... I was struggling with the Wrexham prediction. Who have they got? Is it Orient at the weekend? Is that right? A horrible one to call there for Kelly's Wrexham. Am I right? No. Saturday the 15th. Northampton v Wrexham. They play on Tuesday as well. I'm sure I had to do 2 loads of... No, I must be making it up. I am making it up indeed. There you go. But thank you very much, Kelly, for the super chat. Joshua, I think Carrick will go at the end of the season. Boro going backwards. Well, a good squad, Boro. Always spend a bit of cash, don't they? I know it's hard to go against the parachute teams, isn't it? But, yeah, I know what you're saying. Where are they headed here, Boro, if they're not in the playoffs or at least top 8 and getting close? Thoughts on Cannon? Broad question, isn't it? I have many, but be more specific, eh? If the question is, can he get the goals to take Sheffield United up? Quite possibly, yeah. We shall see. Rav Vandenberg, has he got a smack in the mouth or a smack in the face? Guess Harmer's had a smack in the left thigh there. And we're all heading towards some more stoppage time at the end of this half. Christ. Sky have just put up touches in the opposition box for Boro. 1. Shows how dominant Sheffield United have been in this game. Vandenberg's back in. We all live happily ever after. Here's Peck. Peck pokes that forward. It's decent ball, that. Cannon. Crosses in low. Cleared away. There you go. I wasn't imagining it. That was the game I struggled to call. Wrexham Orient. Tom Cannon is not going to keep Sheffield United up in the Premier League. They're not in the Premier League, Lee. Cross that bridge when you come to it, mate. There's a massive chasm between the two leagues. You ain't going to get players, or not very many players, good enough for the Premier League in the Championship. Just don't happen anymore, sadly. A massive chasm has developed between the two leagues. O'Hare headed goalwards there, up and over the crossbar. Oh, lovely ball by Morris inside there. Azaz tries to knock that across the left wing to Bergzog. Easy header back by Harry Clark. Bergzog not happy. He thinks that was an easy ball. A little bit more hang time on that and you easily take Clark out of the game. Souza heads down. Oh, nice little back heel to the edge of the box. Oh, good save. Opened up there. It was Hackney who drilled the shot in low. And out slides Cooper and grabs it. Oh, dear. I can't believe I still have to field these comments, but I'll try and explain this. Neil, you keep saying these parachute teams, the Blades did very good transfer business and made around 20 million, so we haven't really used the parachute money. Oh, dear. If you support a football team and you don't have the self-awareness or humility to admit you have a giant advantage if you get 5 times more broadcast money than all the other teams in the division, I don't know if I can help you. Also, if you think the only type of spending in football is transfer business and wages don't exist, I don't know if I can help you. And also, if you're going to try and give me analysis on accounts and finances, on a season that doesn't finish for another 5 months, when the reporting won't happen for another 12 months after that. Again, I don't know how to help you. Just accept. I know it's difficult in life. Crossed in low, hacked into the crowd. I know our football clubs give us all a lot of meaning and we attach our personalities to the clubs. And we want it to be the hero story, don't we? We want to say that our football club did it heroically. And it's very hard for people in life to admit that they've got any type of advantage in any type of situation. But just take a minute to think about it and see if you can be a bigger person and admit in life when you've got an advantage and not try and deny it. Yeah. It's not a good look. Oh my goodness. A penalty has been given and then a punch has been thrown in the box there. Edmondson and Sousa. I'm pretty sure Sousa pulled at Edmondson and the referee has pointed to the spot. Harry Clark and George Edmondson, teammates last year at Ipswich. Clark is just calming Edmondson down, but a penalty has been given. I haven't seen a replay, but Middlesbrough have barely been in the game. The yellow card has come out and we have a free shot at goal from 12 yards. 2 yellow cards have come out. Robinson has been booked. Edmondson has been booked. Let's have a look, see what happens here. He's got a handful of shirt. Down he goes. I mean, it's a really daft penalty. I'll make the comment that everybody makes that if you saw one of them given every time someone tugged a shirt in the box, we'd have a lot more penalties. But what's Robinson doing? Look, massive pull on the shirt. That doesn't not make it a penalty. What's he doing? Goodness me. I don't know if the consistency argument makes a difference, but Robinson's lost his head. I think it was Sousa who went in afterwards. The upshot of all of it is we have a penalty here to Middlesbrough. It's all got very tetchy. Harmer's having his say. Robinson got booked. Edmondson got booked. But we saw this before, didn't we? I think it was in the Sunderland game where Cooper saved the penalty. We will see. It's going to be Bergzog from the spot. It's been a long hold. How's his composure? I'm sure he's going to have all of the Sheffield United players chuntering in his ears. Here comes Bergzog. It's going to be a short run-up, maybe only 4 steps, I think. He's going to hit it right-footed. Can Cooper make the save? Bergzog scores from the spot. It is Sheffield United 1, Middlesbrough 1, and the Blades fans are going to be really disappointed. They've played very well in this first half. They got themselves the lead. Their captain has conceded a very silly penalty, and Delano Bergzog has put it away. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time. Sheffield United 1, Boro 1. Bergzog is the goal scorer. Bergzog shushes the cop end there. There's the penalty again. I mean, is it a foul? Yes, it is. He's got a handful of his shirt. You can't tackle like that. Do we see that on every single corner, every time? Yes, but we teach 3- and 4-year-old children that 2 wrongs don't make a right. So what are you going to do? Hey, what are you going to do? It's silly from Robinson. And Boro have scored the equaliser from the spot. Oh, and here they come again. Middlesbrough, big overload here. It's gone to Illing Jr. He hits the shot. It's blocked out. They should have done more with that opening. My God. Very loose end to the first half there. It's going to be a corner to Middlesbrough. I'd like to see a replay of that developing. They seem to have 3-on-3. Edmondson's having a good wind-up with Jack Robinson again. Remember, he conceded a penalty from the last one of these corners. In it comes, headed away. Harmer heads it out further. Bergzog. And it's gone all the way home to Travers. And hoofed away. We've got 4 minutes stoppage time. If you remember, there was that break in play, wasn't there, where Vandenberg got treated. Burrows is just, I think the referee's going to pull that back. I think the yellow card might be about to come out for Burrows when this ball goes dead. It's all a bit tetchy, all a bit niggly, particularly after that penalty. Morris has got it. I wonder if referee Donohue's going to have a long memory to pull this back. Looked like a yellow card tackle to me, but a few going in the book at the end of this half. Obviously, both Edmondson and Robinson went in. Travers clears from the 6-yard box. Right, the ball's finally gone dead. And referee Donohue has conveniently forgot about that challenge by Burrows, so he's going to let everything move on. I think the Sky cameras are asking the same question we are here. He did smash into his man. But maybe the right thing to do, just let it go. Hiked up in the air by Vandenberg. Head like a 50p there from Harry Clark, but I think they're going to clear their lines, are they? No. Robinson still looking a bit rattled. Footmob is telling me Mike Cooper got booked as well. I've got no idea why he got booked. Cooper, Robinson, Azaz and Edmondson all in the book. So, yeah, maybe that's why he didn't want to pull back for a foul by Burrows then. Cooper's got it. We've got 10 seconds of minimum stoppage time left this half. And there goes the halftime whistle. It's going to be an infuriating one if you're a Sheffield United fan, because they really should be in front at halftime. The game kind of found its pattern after 5 minutes, and that pattern was that Sheffield United were well on top. I thought they were really good, especially from sort of minute 5 through to minute 20. They didn't score in that period. And then Raksaki gets the opening goal on 32. Kind of a bit of a car crash, that one, from Middlesbrough's point of view, because Illing Jr. plays it behind Ayling, which then opens up the left-hand side. Harmer runs into the gap. And then we have this weird thing where he plays it through to O'Hare. It looks like Giles has nicked the ball off him, but then him and the keeper, Travers, kind of converge. The ball then rolls straight back to Raksaki, and having looked like they'd cleared their lines, Raksaki just knocks it in. I've got to say, I thought Sheffield United did deserve the lead. They'd have been deserved to take the lead anytime between 5 and 20. Like I say, they took it on 32. And really, Middlesbrough weren't in the game at all. And then right at the end of the half, Bergzog, I think Iheanacho whipped one round the post from the edge of the box and a couple of counter-attacks. But then, yeah, just a really silly penalty conceded. Robinson pulls the shirt. Yes, I accept the argument that that type of foul, listen to my language carefully, happens pretty much on every corner ever and doesn't get punished. But it's still a foul, isn't it? And we had this conversation every now and then that players would stop tugging each other's shirts if more fouls were given. But yeah, it's still a bit annoying, I guess, if you're a Sheffield United fan, when probably watched another 3 corners in these games, you could pick out 5 shirt tugs on all of them. But it's just really silly from Robinson, isn't he? He's He's given the referee a decision that he can make. And even though you can make the argument about consistency, it's a foul, isn't it? You can't, it's illegal to pull someone back by their shirt. It's just, some people get away with a lot of those, and Robinson didn't at that point. And Bergzog, fair play, actually, because there was a big old kerfuffle, wasn't there? And we saw Cooper go in the book and Edmondson went in the book. Sousa was getting involved. Robinson completely lost his head, didn't he? And Bergzog, fair play after all the stoppage. You'd imagine it'd been noisy behind that Kop end goal. He still stroked the penalty into the net, and it's 1-1. And you would have to say, if you're a Blades fan, you'd probably be a bit annoyed. Expect that you should be in front on the balance of play there, and it's a silly penalty given away. If you're a Boro fan, you're probably like, okay, happy days. Wasn't a great first half at all, but you're in the game and it's 1-1, and Sheffield United have got to go again and do it all over again. Let's have a look at some of your comments, see what you lot are saying. John, Blades much better than Boro. Very unlucky, crap penalty decision. It's difficult, John. If you're going to call the penalty decision crap, you've got to say it's a crap decision by Jack Robinson, the Sheffield United captain, to just clearly yank. Who was it? It was Edmondson's shirt in the box. I get the frustration, but there's got to be some accountability for the player pulling the shirt, isn't there? Richard, we've been due a bit of luck. Yeah, maybe so. What else have we got? I really think that was a poor decision. Both at it and the Boro player face. The problem is, Daryl, he's already given the penalty by the time Edmondson then pulls the shirt back. So it's too late in terms of the both at it. Thought raising your hands was a red. Raising your hands is not a red. Striking an opponent is a red. So yeah, if there's a strike, then yeah, that should be a red card. Wilder's going to have a right moan. That's definitely true, isn't it? Adam Robinson always had a mistake in him. I know what you mean. He's doing he's doing a turn at centre half. I don't think that was the plan for him to be there. I think it was Suter and Ahmed Odzic, but for the most part, he's played well, but he did just lose his head, particularly after the penalty got given. They both had each other. Edmondson threw himself. I don't agree with that, Danny. I think the clear first pull is, what the referee sees is a big pull. Edmondson, he does pull afterwards, doesn't he? I think it's too late at that point because the corner goes in and you've got a defender on the penalty spot clearly pulling a shirt right in front of the ref. So, if it's the dark arts and everyone's doing it, the least you can say is you've got to be a bit smarter about it than that. I'm sure I'm about to see 8 replays of it on Sky now. David, well, got away with that one then. Both players holding each other. Cheap penalty, maybe not a penalty. Sheffield United by far the better team. We've only got going after the penalty. Lucky in my opinion. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A self-aware football fan. How about that? Well done, David. What else have we got here? Dan Edmondson, lucky to be on the pitch. Raised hands. Can we just get the right language? I know what you guys are saying. It's in IFAB. It is strikes an opponent. Raised hands. Let's try and use the right language, just so. But I know what you're saying. If I see a replay and there's a strike or an attempted strike, then yeah, that should be a red card. Yeah, I get that. I understand. Someone's telling me here, Plymouth 3-0. Are they right? Why would they lie? I'm not saying they're lying. Today, Foot Mob, 3-0 Plymouth. How about that? Bundu, adding to Hardy and Brian's goals. What else have we got here? I do agree. Robinson shouldn't do it in the first place. Dan, I feel very lucky. To be fair, penalties like that are given every now and again. So I totally agree with that, Dan. Yeah. No way was that a penalty. Both shirt pulling. Well, there's a problem with that analysis, though, isn't it? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So if two people commit a foul, it's not a foul. You know, it's a foul if you pull the shirt. It's not, they're not a foul if they're both pulling a shirt. I get the idea. Let's have a good look at this. Right, very, very clearly, Robinson grabs the handful first, which is what the referee sees. And I hate to say it, Edmondson's just cleverer. He's got his arm there. He has also, I agree with you lot in the chat, he's also got a handful of shirt. But the referee doesn't see that, does he? So what the referee sees is Robinson pulling Edmondson's shirt. So let's be fair, they're both cheating, and one of them does it better than the other. Like it or not, most people will judge it based on how it falls for their team. You know, if the decision goes for your team, you kind of argue it that way, and if it goes against them, we get the tribal thing. I have no dog in the fight here, so I'm unbiased about all of this. It's annoying. Players shouldn't pull shirts. I'd love to see them all punished, but in this instance, I really don't buy the argument that if both people are fouling each other, it's not a foul. And the referee can give what he sees. And what he sees, I guess, is Robinson pulling Edmondson. And Edmondson's a little bit cleverer, and he's got his hand closer to the chest, hasn't he? What else have we got in the chat here? Edmondson made contact on both Robbie and Vinny. Yeah, I need to see replays of that, but I will repeat. I know what the laws are. If a player strikes another player, then they should be red carded. So yeah, if that is the case, and it's a strike, then yeah, it should be a red card indeed. What else have we got here? Someone is saying yawn here on my stream, so I can help you out with that if you are here and you are bored by putting you in the sin bin. There we go. Right, last one here. There we go. We'll read this last one and I'll take away. It's pretty daft pulling a striker shirt in the box where they're having your own shirt. Yeah. I don't know what to say. If everyone's going to cheat, which pulling another player's shirt is cheating, then he who does it cleverer and hides it best is going to win. So if we're going to agree here that everyone's going to cheat, whether you're wearing a red or white shirt or a blue and white shirt, they're both cheating. Then if you're going to accept cheating on both sides, then you need to accept that whoever hides it from the ref better is going to get away with it, isn't it? And that's the deal, I'm afraid. It's not right, is it? Because we would just prefer no cheating, but it's what it is, hey? Right, I'm going to go and get a drink, and I'm going to return in 5 minutes. Keep the comments coming, and I will be back very soon. Great debate, by the way, on that. That's the beauty of penalty calls and such controversies, isn't it? Right, I will return in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Look what you lot have done. We've debated the penalty for so long that we've missed the start of the second half. Hey, we are off and running in the second half. Sheffield United won. Middlesbrough won. A controversial end to the first half that we'd had a lovely old time chatting about. But let's all move on now. It's 1-1. It's a 45-minute game. May the best team win, hey? Sheffield United won. Middlesbrough won. Tyrese Campbell has come on. He's on the ball right now, and he's won a corner. By the way, since I made my cup of coffee, Plymouth 4, Millwall 0. How about that? What a night. This is potentially turning into Plymouth. We had a lovely old day as well, didn't they? Beating Liverpool in the FA Cup. Corner to Sheffield United early in the second half. All headed down on the back stick by Ahmed Hodzic. He cannot quite get the direction right on that one. It was Raksaki who stuck the corner in on the back stick. And it's going to be a restart for Middlesbrough as we crack on with the second half. If anyone saw who Tyrese Campbell came on for, Tom Cannon, Foot Mob, has just told me, which means I can reset the teams for you guys. For the Blades, Cooper, Clark, Ahmed Hodzic, Robinson, Burrows, Souza, Peck, Raksaki, O'Hare, Harmer, and now Campbell up top. For Borough, Travers, Ayling, Vandenberg, Edmondson, Giles, Morris, Hackney, Illing Jr., Azaz, Bergzog, and Ian Atcho. Elsewhere in the Championship, Leeds won last night, Burnley are 2-0 up, and Sunderland are also 2-0 up, which means Sheffield United would be the only side in the top four not to win in round 32. It also means, down at the bottom, with Sunderland beating Luton and Plymouth winning, Luton, a year one parachute team no less, will be bottom of the table. It looks like it's going to end up that way. 27 points Luton, Plymouth 28, Hull 29 as things stand. And two of those games are 2-0 and one of them's 4-0. So could very, very well end up like that. Hurled down the line. The pattern in the second half, remember, we had in the first half, we had 5 minutes of it settling. And then Sheffield United really picked things up, didn't they? And were much the better side. Here is Peck. Robinson. Burrows. Am I doing the Lancashire Derby on Saturday? Yes, I'd imagine I will, Brian. Whatever's the main game on Sky, because I'm sure you will all agree it's more than my life's worth to try and do, who is it, QPR and Derby, is it, on Friday night? It's Valentine's Day, so can't be doing that, can I? If Leeds don't lose any of the next 3 games, I think they'll carry enough momentum to finish in the top 2. I don't think it really matters now. I think Leeds are looking great, and I think even if they lose one of those games, I think they're still going to be all right. Here comes Azaz down the right. He's just dribbled that out of play. It's going to be a Sheffield United throw. Kelly, video with Matt was loads of fun. Congrats. It was lovely to see Matt in the flesh. We do a lot of this on the internet. Nice to actually do stuff face to face. Edmondson, public enemy number 1, down that end of the pitch, hooks it up in the air. And Borough clear their lines. Ben, my good friend, could you just assist in predicting Miller's defeats? Oh my God, they're all over the place. I can't. Okay, I'll randomly, we'll get the octopus to pick him. Coffee, far too late for that. I promise that is a decaf coffee. I absolutely promise. You're right, it's too late for coffee. Oh, West Brom 0, Blackburn 1. Hello, did not see that coming. And Swansea 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. We now have goals in all 7 of our EFL Championship games tonight. Michael Smith has scored for Sheffield Wednesday on 66. And Maktar Gay has scored on 46 for West Brom. I made West Brom hot favourites to win that game with all the shenanigans going on at Blackburn at the moment. Where's my damn live league table? Playoffs. Blackburn 5th as things stand, 48. West Brom 6th, 47. Middlesbrough 7th, 45. If Middlesbrough were to score again and take the lead in this game, they would go... No, they wouldn't go above West Brom. They'd be 1 goal behind on goal difference. Goodness me. Could you not do a romantic couple stream on Valentine's Day? No, more than my life's worth. I'll be here on Saturday though. Don't you worry about it. It's cleared to halfway. Inacho, does he keep it in? Didn't look like it, but the flag doesn't go up, and Sheffield United come away with it anyway. Nice little play by O'Hare. Peck slides through to Campbell in the box. Campbell back to Peck. Peck, can he sort his feet out? Not quite. It was a nice build-up. Peck's a bit unlucky there, I think. Ball could have rolled for him a couple of times in that move, and it didn't. You just think their touch hit, just gets it stuck under his feet. Didn't he? If Eustace is appointed Derby manager ahead of Friday, it means he's managed against QPR with 2 teams in back-to-back home games. Tremendous. That can come up in the end-of-year quiz, yeah? Raksaki, scorer of the opening goal in this game, to Souza. Souza steps inside. Pitch is open on the left-hand side for Burrows. They couldn't swing the ball out there. It's turned over to Boro. Now they'll be able to get it out there. Ahmed Odzic powering down the pitch as he loves to. Burrows knocks it on to O'Hare, who I think has played really well. You know what's happened as soon as I say I think O'Hare's played really well. Unforced error. Ball out of play. Oof. Here comes Gus Harmer into the box. Gus Harmer slides it in for Campbell. Edmondson on the cover, knocks it out. Corner. Sheffield United starting to turn the screw a little bit here. Lewis, Christ, Plymouth 4-0 up. Eustace. I said this on my video about Eustace, that you kind of look at it and you think, oh, he's a good manager. He's got a chance of pulling them away from the bottom, but good punch by Travers from the corner. Gets good distance on that. Good angle as well. For Derby, though, you know, who are you going to finish above? Hull have got a good squad. Stoke have got Robbins now. Cardiff have had a couple of little trends up. Plymouth have now won a couple of games. I mean, Luton, I can't believe, are going to finish today bottom. A year 1 parachute team should not be bottom of the table after 31 games, should they? But that's where they are. It's all gone terribly wrong. Burrows drives the shot in from way out. Easy save by Travers. Ben, who do you support again, mate? That doesn't matter tonight. Neither of these 2 teams. Put it that way. I'm neutral. Just loving the football. Campbell. Harmer. Harmer, beautiful feet. Plays it through. Raksaki's onside. He's driven wide. Back to Burrows. It is a similar pattern to the first half where Sheffield United took 5 minutes to get going and then put a load of pressure on Middlesbrough. Harmer has been whistled for a foul on Illing Jr. Here comes Dan Barlasa for Finn Azaz, who's on a yellow card. I wonder if he's going to drop to a 4-3-3 now and just try and close up midfield a little bit more. Played Barlasa a little bit deeper than Azaz was playing. Maybe he doesn't like the signs 10 minutes in to this second half. As things stand, Bristol City 1, Stoke 0. Burnley. Oh, as I say that, Bristol City, I believe, has gone 2-0 up. Bristol City 2, Stoke 0. Another team in trouble at the bottom there. Stoke are 3 off the relegation zone. It's Burnley 2, Hull 0. Plymouth 4, Millwall 0. Didn't expect that. Sunderland 2, Luton 0. Swansea 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Our game, Sheffield United 1, Boro 1. And it's West Brom 0, Blackburn 1. Fair play, Blackburn, if given what's been going on there this week, they get a win at their playoff rivals, West Brom. O'Hare hits the deck. I'm sure there'll be a certain type of conversation in the Sheffield United dressing room at half-time saying, look, if you have half a chance in the box, go down because you'll make it up and give another penalty. It was Morris and O'Hare. I mean, he kind of leans on him. Doesn't look like a penalty to me. But yeah, you'd imagine there'll be a bit of pressure on referee Donahue to even up the penalty in the first half, won't there? Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. All fun and games there. A little head-to-head between Morris and Harmer. Wonder if we get a red card in this game tonight. That was hoofed forward pretty aimlessly into the arms of Mark Travers. Thank you for all of your support, by the way, tonight. Remember, it's always free to watch these streams. However, if you want, you can support. I mean, the easiest way, it'll cost you nothing, is just to interact, like, comment, and subscribe. You can, of course, donate. Like these two angelic women here have, Cara and Kelly. Thank you so much for the support. You can also subscribe on Patreon or YouTube. We are probably going to be bringing the Patreon to an end at some point and trying to move everything across to YouTube. So I would recommend joining up on YouTube if you can. Come and join us in the WhatsApp group, and we will try and figure out a new structure for the round tables as we go forward there. You also get early access to pre-recorded videos as often as I possibly can. And thank you, everybody, for your support tonight. Sheffield United 1, Middlesbrough 1. Sheffield United need a goal, don't they, to keep pace with their top four rivals. The ball's in the back of the net, but the whistle's already gone. Iheanacho poked in with the left foot, but the flag already up. Good call by the linesman. Iheanacho offside. Not to mention that I think Ahmedodzic and Cooper both stopped, but the ball still ended up in the net. That is an objective fact. The game stopped, though. Knocked back to Cooper, who gets closed down by Iheanacho and kicks it along. It's with Harmer. Tomato. O'Hare. Sousa coming down the left wing. O'Hare. Oh. Harmer and O'Hare, when they get it right, are blooming lethal around the edge of the box. Aren't they? Lovely little pierced through balls and little ones around the corner and all of that good stuff. That's a foul. Giles on Raksaki. Free kick, Sheffield United. 110 likes. Thank you, everybody. Muchly appreciated. We'll do a like spike in a minute if you haven't already liked the video. Wait for that. See if we can bump it up all in one go. Hackney. Illing Jr. Oh, nice feet. And then he overruns it. Gives the ball away in the centre circle. Over-ambitious back heel there. And Boro can counter-attack. It was Harmer who gave the ball away. Iheanacho into the box. And Iheanacho is shooting every time he gets anywhere near the goal. He wants his first Boro goal, doesn't he? Better options for him then, to be blindly honest. Jonathan Woodgate and Michael Carrick deep in discussion. Will they be turning to their bench? Clark's got it at right back. Pops it all the way back to Cooper. Cooper goes long, headed inside by Raksaki. Bit of space for Souza to run into. Souza, Raksaki. Poor ball there. But they win the 50-50 and get it back. Plymouth 4, Millwall 1. Millwall have one back. Although it looks like they are still heading. Well, they're either heading for an amazing comeback or a pretty big away defeat. Well, I covered all my bases there. Luke Ayling is sat on the deck. I would imagine, knowing Luke Ayling, that might be a tactical sit-down. At the 17-minute mark, I think referee Donahue is trying to stop such skullduggery, but lots of teams are at it, aren't they? Ayling is fine, everybody. And he runs it off. And we don't need to stop the game for a couple of minutes to have a drinks break. Restart with Cooper in goal for Sheffield United. Stands on the ball. He's going to go long. Out to the right wing to nobody in particular. Giles hooks it back. Goes loose, out of play for a Boro throw-in. Edmondson, Vandenberg, Edmondson. Raksaki inside to Clark. Edmondson comes in and wins that one. Morris tries the early through ball to Iheanacho. Not enough juice on that one. Sheffield United win it back. Blackburn 2-0, I'm being told in the chat. Wow. I mean, fair play Blackburn. I mean, they might get gazumped by Plymouth for result of the round, but that's a hell of a win if they go to West Brom and win, given what's been going on there. They're 2-0 up. I think Gay's got them both. Ben Brereton, Diaz, looks like he's getting ready to come on. O'Hare hits the deck, and he has won a foul this time. It's going to be a free kick to Sheffield United. About a metre outside of the box, over 2 metres maybe, to the right-hand side. Amazing story happening at Stockport. No Hollywood owners, but not long ago in the 6th tier. No Hollywood owners, But don't tell me there ain't money at Stockport, Robert. But no, they've done brilliantly, and they don't have as much money as Wrexham or Birmingham, but there's money there. Don't you worry about that. Free kick goes in from Harmer to the near post, cleared away. Illing Jr. tries to come away with it. Ayling helps it on, and here comes the Boro counter-attack. Illing Jr. held up. Sheffield United getting back in shape pretty well. It's back with Barlasser, who seems to have not touched the ball yet, but his shirt's completely covered in mud. Don't quite know how he's managed that. Big switch of play. Good ball, that. Although Giles spoons it up in the air and gives it back to Sheffield United. And that may have been the worst 5 touches consecutive of the whole game there. I think everyone spooning the ball about, shanking it everywhere. Right, Ben Brereton Diaz is coming on for Jess Raksaki, who scored the opening goal. Interesting player, Diaz, because he can play wide, but end up in the central striker position a lot of the time. See if he goes over to the right. So normally comes off the left, doesn't he, Diaz? So I wonder whether Harmer will switch over to the right-hand side. We will find out. Now, it looks like he's going to play down the right. Straight swap for Raksaki. And a 40-yard effort there from Luke Ayling, which, to nobody's surprise, does not fly in the top corner and force me to scream loudly about a sensational goal. Tension is going to mount up now as we go into the last 20 minutes of this one. The narrative really is Sheffield United need to score. Oh, and it's into the box. Oh, I think the shot just gets blocked by Peck. It's one of those moments where it looks for all the world from the hard cam like it's going in the corner, but it just kind of spoons up in the air. Campbell cut it back. Yeah, it hit the knee of Vandenberg. Yeah, the dramatic pause in Brereton Diaz. That's one for the OGs, Dave. So juvenile, but I'm still going to do it, aren't I? To be fair, Sheffield United are still holding second place as things stand. But they will be giving up 2 points to the entirety of the rest of the top 4 if things stay the same. 5-1 Plymouth on 87 minutes. I think they're safe, guys. Plymouth 5, Millwall 1. How about that? O'Hare. Clark is in the box. Oh, he's put it through the legs. Oh, what a chance. Should have been 2-1. Oh, it's a brilliant little nutmeg there from Harry Clark, who's way, way up the pitch. He won the ball back and just kept on running. And this is absolutely superb from the right back. Look, touch, whoop, through the legs. Oh, and Harmer should score there, shouldn't he? He's in on goal. On the left foot. And to be fair, it's Vandenberg that makes the tackle rather than the keeper making the save. Corner though, Sheffield United. Harmer puts it in. Easy catch for Travers. Everton 2, Liverpool 2. We haven't really been following that, have we? I don't even know the pattern of that one. What order the goals went in. Sounds fun anyway. Oh, nice little reverse ball. Boro coming on the counter-attack. Hackney was trying to pick it up on the edge of the box, but there's a free kick being given. Robinson hit the deck. Is it an equaliser for Everton? I could just stop being lazy and look it up myself, couldn't I? Oh, God. 98th minute equaliser from Tarkovsky. It says pending VAR goal on my FootMob app. So we shall see. You never know. Diaz falls over, but manages to, whilst on the floor, knock it back to Clark. Sousa knocks it into Campbell in the front. Back to Diaz. Nice build-up thus far. Diaz, Peck, Sousa, Burrows. Like a handball from Ayling. His arm was up. Must have hit his body because referee not interested. No players appeal. Peck into the box. Spins, hits the shot blocked out. And here comes a Boro counter-attack. It is, once again, the pattern. Sheffield United with the possession, with the territory. Boro trying to counter. Well, we got second half stats here. 60-40 on the possession. 5 shots to 2. No shots on target for Boro in the second half. I see Tommy Conway and Morgan Whittaker about to come on. Double sub impending. Coming up soon for Middlesbrough. I'd imagine Iheanacho. Actually, it's the two on our picture, Iheanacho and Illing Jr. Right winger and striker. 2 straight swaps, you'd think. Whittaker in for Illing Jr. Conway in for Iheanacho. Can they add some freshness into a Boro side that have been up against it for the majority of this game? Remember, just a penalty there at the end of the first half. Luke Ayling has been booked for taking too long on a throw-in. Needs to be a bit careful because he's still creeping forward. Gave the referee the sarcastic thumbs up as well. And after all that, it's headed back easy to Cooper. $73 gone. Sheffield United 1. Middlesbrough 1. Elsewhere, in the 7:45s, they're all about to finish. Bristol City 2, Stoke 0. Burnley 2, Hull 0. Plymouth 5. Millwall 1. Sunderland 2, Luton 0. Swansea 0. Sheffield Wednesday 1. Middlesbrough playing out from their own penalty box. And very badly, actually. We're getting the ball back. Very lucky to win that back. Building up down the right-hand side now. Whittaker gets his first touch. Edmondson. Giles on the left wing. First real attack in forever for Middlesbrough. Cross goes in by Giles, headed clear. Ayling wins the 50-50 with Harmer. Whittaker. Back into the centre circle to Edmondson. First bit of possession Boro have had for what it feels like 10 minutes, doesn't it? Ayling tries to knock it down the line, given away. Is Peck. Oh, lovely through ball by Peck. Brereton Diaz is in on goal. 1v1. Dinks it over the keeper and gives Sheffield United the lead. It's going to be a great looking substitution from Chris Wilder, the substitute into the game. Played in behind by Peck. He keeps cool. He dinks the ball over Travers in goal. And with the entire rest of the top 4 winning, they needed that one. It is Sheffield United 2. Middlesbrough 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, really good goal, that. Really good. Peck gets it. It's kind of a counter-attack. Diaz does exactly what he's supposed to. He's on the right-hand side. As soon as he sees Peck get the ball, he makes the run inside, and then he's a central striker, like we said. He's in behind. He's got a load of time, but he executes that beautifully. He waits for the keeper. He knows he's going to dink him. In it goes over the keeper. As soon as he hits it as well, before it's even in the net, he knows he's scored because he's judged the finish so well. And Sheffield United lead 2-1. Diaz off the bench and gets the second goal for the Blades on 70. It was probably 75 when he scored it. We're on 76. Now, let me know your thoughts on that one in the comments. Nice goal. Well, I would read the comments, but they seem to be incredibly biased and not really judging it down the middle. So I'll leave them for now, and we'll see if we can get any sense in the comments. There we go. We'll go with something factual there. Swans 1-1. Have they equalised against Sheffield Wednesday? Sounds like a late equaliser. Bad couple of days for Sheffield Wednesday if that is the case. Be through without a win, won't it? Going to be a corner. Clark, I think, is arguing he headed it against Bergzog. Hard one to judge. Corner, Middlesbrough. In it goes, all headed down. Vandenberg was trying to get on the end of the header. It was Edmondson, was it? Who gets on it initially. And there you go. There's your conversation about shirt pulling in microcosm there. Ahmed Odzic literally just has his arm around Vandenberg's neck. The point being is that, yeah, I get it. It's annoying when you get one given against you, but it's literally every corner players are doing it, aren't they? Travers clears away. Boro going to have to, well, you have to gamble now. I'm not seeing, I think we've got fake news there. I'm not seeing the Swansea equaliser. Sheffield Wednesday have won. So forget that. It's amazing, isn't it, what a goal does? Middlesbrough, all of a sudden, now they're on the ball. Sheffield United just say, okay. And the pattern of the game immediately changes as soon as the ball hits the net. Switch the play out to Giles. Morris hits the ref. I think we can keep going, though. Whittaker. Vandenberg. Knocked into the front. Offside flag, I think, has gone up against... And maybe it's against Hackney rather than a Bergzog. Sky are telling us that Middlesbrough do score plenty of goals in the last 15 minutes. I think only Norwich and Leeds, it was saying, they've scored more. Just trying to get a read on the live league table here. Bristol City are going to be up to 7th. They have beaten Stoke 2-0. That is full time. I think we're still going at Burnley, but they're 2-0 up, so they're going to win. They will be 5 points off Leeds, 3 points off Sheffield United, as you were at the top, because as things stand, Leeds won last night. Sunderland have won. Burnley are winning, and Sheffield United are winning. They're all winning. Although that slid through. Bergzog is onside. Bergzog inside the box. Sorts his feet out. Drives the shot over the bar. Chance for Middlesbrough. Why didn't he go on the right foot first time there? I wonder. Nice little slide through. Looks a bit offside, doesn't he? Very tight. He's either just on or just off. Comes back on his left foot. You wonder if Cooper would have been set if he'd hit it early there with the right foot. He did not fancy it. Gassama is sat down. Is he hurt? Is he going to continue? Is it a corner? Well, I don't know if he's hurt, Harmer, but he's not going to continue. He's applauding the fans and stepping out of the game. Be interesting to see who Chris Wilder replaces him with. Whether he goes a little bit more defensive. Yeah, there you go. Sam McCallum to end the game. Now, remember, McCallum can play wide, but he's a fullback. So he can primarily look at it from I'll get forward when I can, but I will get back and help out. We'll see. I'm sure I've seen Wilder do this before and stick McCallum on the wing, basically. Corner for Middlesbrough. Headed clear. Hackney loads it back into the back stick. Oh, nice ball across. It was Conway who put it back across. Oh, goodness me. What a complete palaver, which has left Sheffield United completely clean through on goal, and they have not scored. Oh, my God. It was a total mess on halfway. Tyrese Campbell was totally clean through on goal. And I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Sousa even. Someone was up with him for just square it across open goal. He has to square it. And if he doesn't square it, he has to score. And they've saved the 1v1. I'm going to say it, but if Sheffield United don't win now after this chance, they are going to be fuming. Bergzog drives the shot goalwards. Easy gather by Cooper. How on earth did Sheffield United not score from that? What was going on? Giles got on the header. It was a similar thing to in the first half where two players converge on the ball again. O'Hare knocks it through. It's Brereton Diaz is in. And, oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, I know as a striker, you back yourself to score a 1v1. But when you have a player who is guaranteed to score, if you just square it, open goal, you have to square it, don't you? You have to square it. Dear oh me. And from Tyrese Campbell's point of view now, you would imagine they have to win. Else he's going to feel pretty gutted about not scoring that one. Sousa has been whistled for a foul on Morris. Morris has got it back. Should have squared it, Ben. You're telling me? That must be coached nowadays, mustn't it? If you're through in that situation, you've got to square it. Giles puts the cross in from the left. Bergzog tries to sweep it up. Sousa does well. Just get in the way. And they hoiked it clear. There you go. Since the second goal, I said it's amazing how the game state changes. 85% possession Boro. 3 shots to 0. Giles down the left again. Cross cleared by Ahmed Hodzic. Nice touch by McCallum. McCallum helps it on to O'Hare. It's loose. Feels like there's going to be more chances, doesn't it? With 5 remaining. Middlesbrough really going for it. There's going to be plenty of holes for Sheffield United to counter-attack. But as things stand, as you were at the top of the table, Leeds have won, Sheffield United are winning, Burnley have won, Sunderland have won. It's just down to Sheffield United to not concede a goal in 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time, and everybody has won. Well, that does mean at the bottom of the table, with Luton losing to Sunderland and Plymouth winning, Luton are bottom. A year one parachute team bottom after playing 31 games. Incredible fall from grace for Luton. Cross comes in from O'Hare. Knocked out for a corner, which will buy Sheffield United some time. I'm sure they'll only send half the cavalry forward for this one. Harrison Burrows going to take his sweet time to take the corner. Spots the ball. And it comes left-footed. It's going to be an easy catch for the keeper. Oh, my goodness. It's not going to be an easy catch for the keeper. And it's headed into the net. I cannot believe what I've just seen. Ahmed Odzic makes it 3-1 to Sheffield United. And it looked for all the world like Travers was just going to catch the ball. And Ahmed Odzic has out-jumped the keeper with his use of his arms. And that is game over. No foul given. Just a bad bit of goalkeeping. It is Sheffield United 3, Middlesbrough 1. How has he not caught that? My goodness me. Get your thoughts in the comments. Oh, it's a horrible bit of goalkeeping, isn't it? Should be a doddle of a catch, that. Ahmed Odzic jumps. No, there's no foul, is there? His arm's there, but his arm's just there balancing him. Travers should just come and catch that. Listen back, wind it back as it's in the air. I say easy catch for the keeper there. And he just heads it out of his hands and into the net. Wow. Well, there you go. Any kind of a grandstand finish. We ain't getting one because it's Sheffield United 3, Middlesbrough 1. Middlesbrough were pushing. But yeah, really namby-pamby bit of goalkeeping there. And Sheffield United played well tonight, but two of the goals, the first and the third goals, so preventable from a Boro point of view. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Championship where mistakes get made. Sometimes they get punished, but they always get made. Goodness me. Let's have a look at some comments. And breathe, Blades fans. Yeah. Good Boro squad. Is Carrick under pressure? Yeah, you would think so. Keeper error. Very much so. That's why the EFL is so much fun. Loads of goals. Loads of drama. Sheffield United honestly deserve the win tonight, don't they? Played well in the first half. That penalty at the end of the half, doing the damage and making it 1-1. Pushed on again in the second half, didn't they? Tom Davies and Hamza Chowdhury are going to come on to shore this one up. Harrison Burrows out. Sidney Peck out. Left back and central midfield. Keith thought 2 points might be dropped by someone in the top four. No. They've all won. Leeds winning 4-0 at Watford last night. Sheffield United are 3-1 up as we go into stoppage time. Burnley won 2-0 against Hull. Sunderland won 2-0 against Luton. And in terms of the 2 points per game race, look at that. Burnley 64, they're on 2 points per game. Sheffield United 67 are over. Remember, they would be on 69 without the deduction. And Leeds are on 69. Decent standard. 3 teams over. Sunderland just below it. They're on 62 points from 32. And then, my God, 14 points gap between Sunderland and Blackburn in fifth. Blackburn are 2-0 up against West Brom. What a great result. That is looking like being 89 minutes there played as well. Davies, clever, gets his body in the way, wins the foul, rolls around, covers his face. We're buying time here. 5 minutes of stoppage time. And we've nearly played one of them. Thank you for all of your support tonight. Absolutely brilliant as we see this one out. Really, really appreciate it. We have got 140 likes. See if we can get 10 more. Hit the thumbs up button. Take us to 150. You've been brilliant in the chat tonight. Great debate at half-time in the penalty, on the penalty given. Really good spirited. And frankly, the comments that aren't good spirited, I just ignore anyway. So, yeah, really good bunch of subscribers here. Really appreciate you lot. If you haven't hit subscribe, do it. Do it now. Massive, massive help. Rye, Peck been excellent. And key moment in the game, that through ball to Diaz for the second goal to really kind of uncork the game, so to speak. We are over in the corner. It's going to be a throw-in, not a goal kick. Ayling holds his head. I need to see a replay to know whether Ayling's playing possum there or not. Know which side of the corner flag that went out. Crikey. I don't know how Sky have come up with this stat, but errors leading to goals this season. I mean, that's a non-statistic if you ever saw one. But they're saying nobody has made more errors leading to goals than Boro. Keith, always thought top two should go up, then third and fourth play. Where's the fun in that, Keith? Fifth and sixth don't deserve it. Well, if it's anything like last season and you have a massive gap between fourth and fifth and sixth won't really have a chance of winning the playoffs, will they? Because they'll be significantly worse than fifth and sixth. And guys, do the research. Look at the data. This isn't the wild 90s anymore. Very hard. Third and fourth generally win the playoffs now. Sixth very rarely wins it. I think we had Villa one fifth place win. No, Huddersfield as well in the last 10 years. Otherwise, the other 80% of the time it was third and fourth. We have got about 90 seconds of this one to go. Sheffield United are going to win this game. They are 3-1 up. And everybody's won, as you were at the top of the Championship. Yeah, you're right, Robert. Got to go back 15 years. Blackpool getting promoted in sixth. I think Palace did it. Was that after 2010? I don't know. But basically, we had a few in the 90s, a couple in the noughties, and it ain't happening anymore, is it? And yet, fans of teams with parachute payments will deny the chasm at the top of the league exists. But what are you going to do, hey? Cooper kicks that one long. We're into the final minute. Of stoppage time. Watford won the playoffs from six. I don't think they did, Ben. Can you double check that? Because I think the year Watford won the playoffs, Ipswich were in the playoffs and they finished third and didn't play Watford in the semi-finals. I think Watford might finish fifth and Bolton finished sixth. But I could be wrong. I'm only right once a day. Very entertaining. Thanks, Ben. Parachute payments, teams like Luton, you mean? John, my friend, in life, because you have an advantage, doesn't mean you successfully use it. I'll happily have the debate with you, but that doesn't disprove that three of the teams having 5 times more TV money doesn't completely mess the league up. The final whistle has gone. It is Sheffield United 3, Middlesbrough 1. And I think they deserved the win, don't they? Sheffield United played really well in the first half, got themselves in front. Raksaki with the goal. Middlesbrough nicking a goal at the end of the half. Penalty there, bit silly from Robinson, bit of controversy. Lots of people arguing that because both players are fouling each other, that nobody fouled each other, but both players fouled each other, and the ref only saw one player fouling each other. I think George Edmondson and Jack Robinson had just kissed and made up in the second half. Sheffield United go for it again. Diaz off the bench puts them in front on 75. Very odd bit of goalkeeping by Mark Travers on 87. Should have caught the corner. Ahmed Odzic, just from a standing jump, heads it out of his hands into the back of the net. Sheffield United get the victory. And it is Leeds top. Played 32.69. Sheffield United second. Played 32.67. Remember, they have had 2 deducted. Aidan Morris and Gus Harmer are trying to have a fight after the game. I don't know what the point in all of this is, because if one of them actually hit each other, they get banned for about 8 months, wouldn't they? So it's all pantomime stuff from both of them. Burnley third, 64 points. Sunderland fourth, 62 points. Massive gap. Blackburn fifth, 48 points. There is a 14-point gap between Sunderland in fourth and Blackburn in fifth. Well played, Sunderland, keeping up with the parachute teams, but then a giant gap. And speaking of parachute teams, bottom of the league now, Luton Town. What a fall from grace. They have 27 points. Plymouth, great win for them. They won 5-1 tonight, 23rd. Hull in 22nd. Your final read of results here. Bristol City 2, Stoke 0, Burnley 2, Hull 0, Plymouth 5, Millwall 1. Sunderland 2, Luton 0, Swansea 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Sheffield United 3, Middlesbrough 1 was our game. It's West Brom 0, Blackburn 2. We're nearly all over there. I'm going to say a massive thank you to all of you lot for joining. If you've said thank you to me, as the outro plays, I will put them up. We will see you tomorrow for another round of Championship predictions. We'll get the Championship Check-In podcast with Sam Parkin all sorted out as well. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Well played, Sheffield United. They get the win to keep pace with the rest of the top 4, who also all won. And we will see you tomorrow with Sam for the predictions and the check-in. Thank you very much. Sheffield United 3, Middlesbrough 1.